Hey, Raiden. Hi! Oh, I'm huge. Why am I so big? Hello. I have a little friend. I should put myself... Well, no, I'm gonna... What I was gonna do is I'm gonna move this over. And then, chat, you're gonna be moved. You're gonna be invisibly moved.
There'll be an extra fee for that.
You're gonna go way up here.
But none of them believed me.
Hello, everyone. It's Genshin time, but this time...
Have you ever seen any stickers on my back? Do me a favor and take them off. Malazines like to play pranks sometimes.
Yeah, we don't speak when Risley's speaking. He needs to speak.
There'll be an extra fee for that.
He needs to speak.
Exactly. But none of them believed
Anyway, yes, we doing Genshin, but this time for sponsorships. So please play the game if you don't already, like everyone else on this planet. I've already forced my mom to play, which is what that one is on the progress bar. That's my mom being forced to play. My dad is also being forced, but he's not physically near me, so I can't grab the phone from him and put it on there and then shove it in his hands. But I'll bully him into doing it, believe me. I could even call him and make him do it on stream, although I have no idea how I would set that up unless I made him do it on his computer. Just be like, Dad, get on Discord. But since we're trying to do actual things in the game, we need to do, I think, because it wants me to do the pretty ladies quest, so I think that's what I need to do so we can make progress in this game. And also I have two from the rewards. The free 10 pull that is split. But of course, gacha gods do not love me. Because I don't know what I'm at. I think I'm at 4. Well, actually, no, I can find out exactly what I'm at by just going in here, because all of my pulls went to this. It's not weekly, though, it's this. 34. That's my pity right now. Or no, that isn't my pity, but that's one of the things I'm on. I know I'm guaranteed, though. I know I'm guaranteed. Because I lost to Tainari for Navia, and I didn't have Tainari before, so I'm a little okay with that, though. But I don't have him trained at all. I have so many characters that have not been done. But I have Raiden's weapon! That was my main goal from the last version, was just to get her weapon, because I needed it. She looks amazing with it, and because Skyward doesn't look as great for her, to me. Now I have every signature weapon of all these characters in my party. Now I just need Risley's, even though you don't ever really see it. You only see it when he's, like, done doing his thing, you start walking. But I feel like that's enough justification to give him his weapon when he comes back. Because I already have him at C1, and I don't think I need anything more than that. I don't see any reason to do C2. Because I'm sure there'll be more I'll want by then. But yes, play Genshin. Use my code, please. Use my link to play the game. Then we can have the new computer and we can do all sorts of things. Hello, heavens! It's Genshin time. But for real this time. We need to do the quest for the lady. I'm going to every other menu but the one I need to be in. This one. Her. He's not bald. What do you mean he's bald? Look at him. Look at him. He's not bald. Oh yeah, and I can move my chat down a little more. He's not bald. I have him in my hands. He has hair. His hair is very floofy.
We've been to so many places lately. What do you say we take a day off from adventuring and just find somewhere nice to relax? Let Paimon think. Where are some nice places we could go?
Oh, maybe the place I'm already at.
The ML song. It's been a while since we last.
Yeah, we already here.
Outside her place.
Oh, hey, she has bird friends
I
over.
remember the first time we came here. We even brought offerings and everything. And when we told her that Rex Lapis had been assassinated, she immediately threatened to squash Liyue Harbor. Paimon thought she'd be impossible to get along with. But now that we've spent some more time together, she's really not like that at all.
I mean, all of them are
Probably
just
don't
kind of
need to bring
chill.
any offerings now that we've
They're in
gotten to know her
retirement.
pretty well, right? Still, Paimon's got some snacks around here somewhere, so if she really wants something, we can just use that. Huh? Traveler, did something catch your eye? Whoa, what a pretty lady.
What a
Is she
pretty
also serving as a
lady.
cloud retainer? Yeah, you're right. All it takes is one look and
Oh,
you
she
can
has
tell
all her
she's
animal
someone
friends.
Special. As expected of that bird lady, really. She must have a whole bunch of Adepti friends from all over the country.
Hello, Zulfer. Hello. Hello. Yes, I'm doing well. We have Genshin sponsor. We will make the whole world play
Okay,
Genshin.
but if we're both friends of Cloud Retainer, then we're basically friends by association, right? Want to go up to her and say hello? Helping you make more connections is a part of Paimon's job as your reliable guide. Paimon's got this.
Well, yeah, Paimon's the one who carries, like, every conversation, so I guess she's not wrong.
Hello. Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler.
And she just basically yelled at her.
Paimon doesn't think we've met, but we're also friends of Cloud Retainer. May we have the pleasure of learning your name, Madam Adeptus?
You two... What is this tomfoolery? Has a shift in form so clouded your eyes that you no longer recognize one anymore?
I mean, your voice isn't echoey anymore, so it's not just your appearance.
Wait, you're...
Cloud
Huh?
Retainer?
You're the illuminated bird? But you look... human!
Doesn't she still look bird-like? Like, look at her outfit.
Oh, donning human form is scarcely any test of one's abilities. As for your confusion, one merely had no reason to indulge such inclinations before.
If these missions didn't make it where doing co-op is a nightmare, I would probably, because I do need to do that, but I don't know when. It probably might be the stream, it depends on how long
So,
this quest takes.
You're indulging now because...
It's Cloud Retainer, she's a bird.
Well,
But she's a person
one has
now.
made plans to pay a visit to some disciples at Liyue Harbor. Taking on a human form for such a trip is simply a way to make matters less conspicuous.
I mean, I'd still call it conspicuous. It's very fancy outfit.
Worrying about keeping a low profile? You're the one who likes to pop up out of nowhere all over the place. In fact, Paimon can think of several examples. Like last year, when you suddenly appeared on the top of a roof without any warning. Or...
Are you looking respectfully?
Hey, didn't we agree not to bring that up unless she asked?
Oh? So you have taken care to follow the proper rules of etiquette after all. Most commendable.
Yeah, you better be. I look respectfully at Risley, so...
Well,
I mean, look at her!
Scott, you don't
Look
mind
at
it.
her!
One has never found oneself lacking in basic comforts. On the contrary, it is the gesture that one values above all else. So long as you've shown proper respect and consideration, the quantity or quality of the gift is but a trivial matter.
If you didn't play Genshin before, you do now, because you can play as her right now. Download the game, use my link.
So by disciples, you must mean
it's a win-win situation.
It's also been a while since we last saw them. Maybe we can come too.
One planned to extend the invitation even if you had not raised the matter yourself. Shenhe and Ganyu should be quite
It's a free
pleased to see
way
you again.
to support me. And also, I forced my
However,
mom to play
one would
already.
first inquire as to the reason behind your visit
No,
here.
you don't. I mean,
have
you
cause to
can.
seek one's
There's a
company?
chance. And if you try hard enough, you can guarantee her. I mean, if you start the game, you legitimately will have a very high chance of getting her. Because she only just came out shortly ago.
We were hoping you'd tell us one of your stories. Who knew we'd run
When I
into
get
a
out of
human
this
for a
dialogue,
while
I can
we
see
were
how
at
many
it?
days she has.
Is that so?
It's like, I've played for 3 years, so I've drained a lot
If
of the
there are
money
no
in this
urgent
game.
matters at hand, then let us make
But
haste
oh
for
boy,
Liyue
can you earn a
Harbor.
lot.
Ganyu is likely still working at Yue High Pavilion, so that shall be our first stop.
Sounds great! Then let's all go to Liyue Harbor.
Yeah, Liyue Harbor. But yeah, here's the lady. You have 13 days, 3 hours, and 45 minutes to get here. But also, she'll come back eventually. They always come back.
Shenhe has also secured employment recently. In her
I mean, I'm gonna
correspondence with
say
me,
this game has a
she
pretty
wrote
good
that she shall
free-to-play
have no
experience,
need
which
to
is the
return
only
for the
reason I've ever
foreseeable
spent money on it.
future.
This girl is the one I
They
spent
think
on, the
one
first
was
one I
so
ever spent
easily
on.
mollified.
I needed
One shall
her. She's
investigate
purple and cool,
everything
and I
with
just
one's own
recently spent a little bit to get
eyes,
her
and
weapon
decide for
too, which is
oneself
not
if their living
necessary.
conditions are
But I did
satisfactory.
anyway. Because she looks really cool with it, and it also makes her much more powerful. But it's literally like, I need her. And then I spent again, I think, because the two of them were together on a banner, like they're at the same time or close together for this girl. She is a healer, well, you just won't die. You just won't. I have her weapon too, but that was from a while ago. A pink-haired woman. I know exactly who you're talking about. This one. It's Fox Lady. Yes, her. I know, it's gotta be her. It's Mrs. Yai. She just bonks you on the head. But yeah, her and Purple Girl are they're very old friends. And Pink Girl bullies Purple Girl. Oh, good heavens, I have most of them. This is the list of all the characters. A lot of the more recent ones I don't have very many of, but these older ones, most of them I have. Good heavens, there's so many of them. These 5 gold ones on the bottom are standard, so they are in the regular thing. Hello, Milk. I don't know if the head pads worked or not. I didn't see it. I can probably find out, actually. Yeah, it says it did it. But yeah, I want to make sure my head pats work. Yes. I need to make a sound so I know when I'm getting head patted too. I'm just like not even, I'm Genshining too hard that I don't even notice the head pats. But yeah, these 5 are standard. They come in, like, this game essentially has a gacha system that is not super horrible. So, gacha rules of how the gacha works. You always spend on these, because these are the ones that include standard, but you don't need to. They'll give you these for free sometimes, though. But you get these for free as well. But these are... The system is soft pity and hard pity and the 50-50. Soft pity is 90 pulls, and at that point you are guaranteed a 5-star, which is the good characters. Although all of them are good, technically, even the 4 stars, they're all good. But then, when you hit the 90, you have the 50-50, which means there's a 50% chance you're going to get the one on the picture, and there's a 50% chance you're going to get one of the ones from the standard banner. If you lose the 50-50 and get one of the ones from the standard banner, in the next 90 pulls, you will be guaranteed whoever is on that picture. And this carries over to the next banner. So when the banner changes, you do not lose your pity like every other gacha game. You keep it. But so it's a decent method because you are guaranteed at some point to get characters. Although the chances of getting your 5 stars aren't horrible either. It's just that is the you have to 180 pulls is the maximum you'll ever have to pull for a 5 star. And that is with horrible luck. So it's still better mechanics than others. I will say the weapons banner is a little worse. But you'd never really need to do weapon banner until you've played as long as me, or if you just love a character so deeply. Because the fan is her weapon, and then the little, what is it, the genie bottle thing, that's hers. You can use them on any character you want, but they're intended to be used with the character they're with. The weapon banner's a little similar. It's still 90 pull, or it's 90 or 80 pulls for the weapon banner. I don't remember. I can probably find out. It might be 80, actually. Okay, so it's 80 for the weapon banner. So, after 80 pulls, you have the 75% chance to get one of the 2 that are the ones on the picture. There is no 50-50, though. The mechanic for the weapon banner is this thing, which was not here originally. This wasn't a thing when the game started. Basically, you pick the one you want. If you don't get the one you want twice, the next one you get will be guaranteed to be the one you want. Which is definitely a choice. It's better than nothing. But I will say I wouldn't go for weapon banner right away. I would be focusing on getting as many characters as you can because you need variety in this game. Not as much as Star Rail necessarily, but you do need a lot of it. You need a lot of different characters that are going to give you different elemental thingies. Because you will be mixing up elements and making explosions. And they are beautiful. And each character kind of has their own little gimmicks. Because Pretty Lady is basically, she jumps in the air and she hits the ground and things blow away in the wind. Oh yeah, and here's my first 5 star I got in the game, actually. I think it was her. Because I know I got Zhao pretty good after, but it was mostly her. So of course I got her outfit, even though that was purely optional of me to do. But I was like, I had money from what I have, and I was like, I'll get the outfit. I love her. She's pretty darn powerful on her own. And I was so happy to get her weapon. Because the thing is, honestly, the standard banner characters are harder to get than any of the others just because you can't guarantee them. They've only had a couple of instances where standard banner characters have been on their own event banner. The whole thing about getting standard characters is actually really hard. And that's why I still don't have Dia, even though she is standard as well. Still don't have her because I didn't pull her when she was in an event banner. So it is simply fate if I ever get her.
We're way behind schedule.
I know, Ganyu. We have to go meet you. The game is very fun. Please play it with my link. You can do the exclamation point Genshin. I'm not sure why the Streamlabs bot is not loving me, but...
Hey, do you think Ganyu will be shocked to see Cloud Retainer like this?
It's supposed to be posting every, like, 10 minutes, but it's not, and I don't know why.
Guess we have no idea if Shenhe and Ganyu have ever seen her in this form before. Wait, where did she go?
Oh, she just wanders off like that.
Why are you just standing there, Cloud Retainer?
Quietly now. One shall stay here. You two can go and meet with her.
But why? Isn't it better if we all go together?
If one were to proudly proclaim one's presence, Ganyu would surely profess herself otherwise unoccupied and drop everything to attend to one's visit. One fears that would only result in her staying up all night to make up for lost time.
Oh, she would.
One does not wish to trouble her.
She
Conversing
has to go
vicariously
run
via
to
you two
mom.
shall suffice. Do remember to inquire as to her recent
Because this
well-being.
cloud
Again,
retainer.
do not mention one's presence here.
Oh! I just explained the whole gacha system to you and you weren't even there.
Fair enough. Makes sense. Alright then, we'll just pass on your regards and...
Cloud retainer?
Why?
Oh,
There's my baby Ganyu. She was my first character.
Busted.
She's
that
basically
lady
like an
someone
adoptive
you
daughter
know,
of
Miss
Cloud
Chenyu?
Retainer.
She is indeed. I'm sorry, Huixin, but could we delay the upcoming meeting for a little bit? I believe my
It's
schedule today
Ganyu,
is
hi.
quite
Oh no,
full.
you like Ganyu, huh?
Although,
She
not
is a
to worry,
goat,
Miss
so she
Chenyu.
does in fact
I'll make the
produce
necessary
milk, so she's
arrangements right
probably
away.
your mom.
thank you, Huixin.
It's been a while, Ganyu.
Greetings.
I love how I'm just
What brings
leaving
you
that
here
whole
today?
comment
Retainer
in
too.
the
It's been quite some
there.
time since I last saw you in
At
this
least
form.
she's supposed to be a goat,
you are
I
quite
think.
mistaken.
Or no, she likes
One is not
somebody likes
acquainted
Coco
with this
Goat.
Cloud retainer
That's
of whom you
Chi-Chi.
speak. One is simply a mere mortal passerby.
Huh?
Seems she's not buying it.
That was but a simple test. One did not expect you to be able to recognize one so easily, especially after so many years of only seeing one's other form.
Yeah, Ganyu's just like, what's going on? I know what you look like, Mom.
But recognizing you is, my responsibility as your disciple.
An apt observation. One was simply passing by while attending to some important business. One thought it would only be fitting to pay you a visit while in the area.
Wait, Paimon wasn't aware of any important... Cloud Retainer's right! We've still got something super important to do, so we can't stay here for too long today.
Oh, I don't know. We can find out,
Oh,
though.
is
We
that
can
so?
find out for sure.
But it's
Because
been so
I
long
believe
since
I
we
do
last
have
saw
her at
each
Friendship
other.
10, so I can read all her stuff.
One simply desired to see you.
I
and
would
had no
not be
intention of
surprised if
interrupting
that
your
is in
work.
fact the
A
case.
quick conversation should suffice for today. A more involved reunion should wait until you find yourself less occupied.
I understand. That should be fine.
While one acknowledges the amount of work that you have to deal with every day, one must
Oh
also
no,
remind you
Milk
to rest.
Nose.
Though Adepti blood flows through your veins, excessive exhaustion will still cause grave harm to your body. It still makes one nostalgic to see you as you are now, respected.
I mean,
and
she does have
independent.
thighs, though. She
When you were
does.
young, you oft begged one to cuddle you to sleep when you suffered from nightmares.
Oh, poor baby!
Cloud Retainer! Stop!
No, she has to tell the mom stories.
If you insist. We are running short on time regardless, so one will refrain from going
But I think
into
she
each
got
and
the
every
thighs
story.
from Cloud Retainer,
Why
though,
don't
if
you
we're being
continue your
honest.
Conversation. One shall
Wow, you've been to so many new places since the last time we spoke. If you ever need anything, please just come find me at Yue High Pavilion. Also, forgive me for my presumptuousness.
I just can't
Cloud
wait for
Retainer,
events in
but if you plan to
Fontaine. It's
continue
gonna be
appearing
so
in this
nice.
form, don't you think it'd be helpful to adopt
I want
a human
Ganyu to
name?
go visit Fontaine. For no reason,
a
like,
human name.
just because I love her and I want her to see the beautiful place that
You
I've
raise a
been.
valid point. Considering the sheer extent of his renown, Cloud Retainer is surely too
Yeah, and it did
recognizable
save
as a
her
name.
life.
You really think so? Not that you're not famous or anything, but... that famous?
You presume to know the extent of one's illustrious achievements. One would hardly think such a thing to be possible.
She really is just
Nevertheless,
bird lady.
Ganyu's
Like, look
advice
at her
cannot be
outfit. She's
ignored.
bird.
From this point on, when in public occasions, be sure to refer to one as Chenyu.
I don't know. We're gonna find out as soon as I escape from this conversation.
Ah, I assume that's a reference to the full record of Pristine Pavilion. An adeptus of years past would rise with the clouds and rest with the moon. They were enlightened and wise, free and unfettered. The writer referenced Master's name to describe her carefree and spontaneous nature.
Oh, that sounds super cool! Paimon feels like only the most powerful of Adepti could rise with the clouds and rest with the moon.
Actually, those lines were originally written to describe Cloud Retainer herself.
Huh? Wait, so you're really that powerful?
I mean,
And
yeah.
what of it? Did you truly take one to be nothing more than a bird of bigger than average size?
She looks so, like, disappointed that we think so little of her.
Not exactly.
To be fair, Cloud Retainer rarely speaks of her past accomplishments. The tales of her past can only be found in ancient texts. It is said that once, a long, long time ago, there was a severe drought in Liyue. Left with no choice, many people left their homes, while others spent day and night praying to the Adepti. Although I did not live through such tragedy, simply reading about it is enough
It just
to
runs
gain a
in the
visceral
family with these two.
understanding
That's just what it
of all the
is.
pain and
We
desperation
haven't even
during
seen
that
Shenhe
time.
yet, or Shenhe. I don't have her, but
On top
now
of
that
the
I have
drought,
Risley, I do kind of
a
want
noxious gas
Shenhe, even though
also
it
began to
doesn't
spread
buff
through
him
the
that
land.
much.
If not for Cloud
But just for the
Retainer's
sake of
efforts,
it, because
much of
I
Liyue
need to
would be
complete the
nothing
family,
more
and
than a
because it's for
barren
Risley,
wasteland
I
today.
have to.
The books had this to say about what happened. Upon arrival, the Adeptus borrowed the wind to retain the clouds. Immediately, the clouds gathered together, and abundant rain burst forth from the heavens.
What was that
Drought
transition?
and plague were both driven away, and the people were saved.
Wow. That's incredible!
Mortal records add embellishments to dramatize past events. One did merely with one ought, and even if one had not interceded, the other Adepti would surely have stepped in to help.
Even so, you stopped an entire drought! Can you really control the weather like the book said? Oh, Paimon suddenly has a lot more respect for you. So it was Paimon's bad for calling you Illuminated Bird before.
I don't think Illuminated Bird
too
is really an
bad.
insult, though.
Are you?
How laughable. A name is but a simple label we carry with us on our journey through the world. Why would one be offended by such a trivial matter?
That's a relief. In that case, Paimon will
Yeah, let's
continue
not
to call you
offend too
whatever
many
feels right in
gods,
the
please, or
moment.
archons, or adepti, or any of them.
Well, that is quite enough ancient
Or
history for
dragons,
now.
because now we have those
Ganyu,
too.
have you had word from Shenhe? One has heard that she procured a job recently. Have you any thoughts on her workplace? And what, pray tell, of her monthly remuneration?
Oh, now she's being mom mode. It's gym time! Oh, okay. Please try the game at least with my link thing. It's in my, my bio thing. And it's also in my Twitter. You have, like, 4 days to do this, please. Just try it.
Moreover, does she find herself overly inundated with work? Is she allowed time off during Lantern Rite?
But yeah, she's being full mom mode where she's
That
like, what is she
is a
doing?
lot of
Where is she
questions.
working? Yes!
There is no cause for concern, Cloud Retainer. I introduced Shenhe to her employer personally. Wanmin Restaurant's business has been booming recently.
Oh, she's working
So
at
with Chef
Wanmin
Mao
Restaurant.
being
Oh
swamped with
boy.
customers, and Shangling still off and out in search of new recipes, I introduced Shenhe to staff the restaurant.
I see. Most excellent indeed. One has had the pleasure of being introduced to that family. Shangling is kind and astute, while her father is loyal and reliable. One has no cause to believe that they will make Shenhe's work difficult.
Look, stream elements came to life! It's shown the link now. I don't know what
It is almost
what
time to partake in the
made it
Fiddles of Moon.
decide. Oh, maybe
One
it does it
shall
every
visit
30
Wanmin
minutes. I thought it was
Restaurant
supposed to be
in
every
person
10.
And see
But
how
maybe I'm
Shenhe is
wrong.
doing.
Huh? But didn't
But
you
at
just
least
say that you
it
had something
functions
important to
now.
Can that wait until after we've eaten?
You may return to your work on you. One shall
Because
see to this
literally,
matter
if I
on
can
one's
get
own. There will
30
be
people
many
to do all
occasions
this
to
stuff,
dine
which I
together
know
in
is
the
probably
future.
not gonna
One
happen,
is
but if I
certain the
did,
opportunity
I
shall
could get my
present itself
computer.
most readily.
But I'm just trying to get what I can, I guess, because the problem is
course,
I
Cloud
picked
Obtainer.
Genshin and everyone
Please
already
take care.
plays Genshin.
Traveler? Paimon?
There's
I'll see
very
you some
few
other
people in the
time.
world who don't.
See you around, Ganyu.
Zulfur is just one of them. No, like, it's also cookies. Or let me see what it was, because there's a bunch of things it screams at. And if it says you have an ad blocker, just leave it for a second, because sometimes it pushes itself through it anyway. It did that to me once on my phone, or well, it wasn't my phone, it was my mom's phone. But it, like, said, oh, there's an ad blocker, but then it worked, like, immediately. So it just depends on how you do it. I know there was a guide thing that told me what it was, though.
Paimon was pretty quick on the uptake there, don't you think?
Oh yeah,
As
and we
soon
can
as
see
you
Shanha,
mentioned
which is the
important
other
business to
member of
attend
this family. Her, as I said, the thighs run in the family. It's just how it is. But yeah, let's see what it thinks the issue is, or what the things are to fix it. But yeah, I need her for the sake of Risley, really, because she, like, buffs him. Or really, she buffs anyone who's cryo, I think. And that's, like, most of my characters. Okay, let's see how long this takes to load so I can get to the page that explains the things to me. It's adblock and VPN. And you have to remain on the same IP address. So if you go, don't switch between Wi-Fi and mobile data, is what it says. I don't know why it's that specific, but okay. But yeah, it says adblock and VPN, just says disable that. I don't know. But yeah, Shanha is very much
No, in fact,
a
it was
member
not
of
an
the family.
excuse.
I just
One
realized
is
the
indeed
little
visiting
tassel
Liyue
thing
Harbor for an
on her
important
outfit. Oh, that's so
purpose.
cute. But there's two of them.
For real?
The moment is not yet upon us. Still, the truth will be revealed to you in time.
If I had
She
Shanha, I
really
probably would have
seems
gotten
to be
her outfit
playing up the
too.
whole mysterious adeptus
But
thing right now.
Ganyu
Is it
matters
because
way
we
more
just
to me.
heard that cool story about her powers?
I don't even know what outfit. Like, they're never gonna give Risley an outfit. Let's be real, they're never gonna do it. But what would it be if they did? I cannot imagine, because there is nothing they could do for him. Oh, there's no tassels on the other one? I have to see. Wait, no, not that. Yeah, there is. There's tassels on that one. It's like underneath her hair, but it's there. It's actually nicer than Ganyu's, in my opinion. I just don't have her, so it doesn't matter. But definitely, if I had her, I would have done that. I don't know when she's even coming back. It seems like everything's in the weird limbo of not really being able to predict things easily. But yeah, Ganyu's very pretty. I have no idea what they'll do. They'll never give Risley an outfit. No, never. Never. He's not important enough for that. Although he's important enough to get reincarnated into Star Rail, apparently. Apparently, we had to have Bartender AU Risley right away. And I had the exact same reaction to him showing up that I did to Risley. And I don't know how that happened. But at least we have him. I'm just gonna be happy whenever he comes back. and we get to have like an event in Fontaine where he gets to leave the house. And then in the house, I mean the prison.
You get what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, how can I not? Not even fine food is enough to distract from the presence of a fine lady, eh?
Oh.
I'm far more interested in getting her details than ordering any dishes. Hey, how about you ask her?
I don't think that's gonna go over very well. I don't think she's very understanding of humans.
You do it. No. I think you should. Wait, she's coming.
What can I get for you today?
Greetings, miss. I was just wondering if you'd be willing to...
What would you like to order?
What do you want to order?
2 servings of Mora meat to go. Good chat. Bye.
Oh my gosh, she scared them off. She's like, they were pleasant fellows.
Welcome. It's been a while. May I take your order?
Don't welcome us as guests and greet us as old friends in the same line. It's weird.
Not for her.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and
I
this
forgot how her eyes look.
This is Miss Chenyu.
Master?
Yeah?
One does not recall ever revealing this form to you before. How were you able to ascertain one's true identity with such ease?
The vibes.
I've trained and lived with Master for more than 10 years. I would recognize you no matter what form you take.
Oh, she's so flattered.
Is something the matter, Master?
Hardly. One simply learned of your employment from your letter and came to check on your well-being.
And check out the great food, too.
Indeed.
Oh, they need to stop
It's
talking about
almost
food. I am
lunchtime.
already getting hungry.
My apologies. I'm still on the clock and can't talk for very long.
Well, if it isn't the traveler in Paimon, are you here for Shenhe? The lunch rush isn't in yet, Shenhe. So I've got things covered for now. Go ahead, sit down and enjoy some time with your friends. I'll let you know if things pick up.
Thank you, Chef Mao.
Yeah, Paimon's just excited that we're gonna go eat. That's all she's excited about.
Let me tell you how.
I guess I'm going... Oh, wait, I'm going up. Oh, wait, never mind. It said higher, but I was wrong. It's actually just behind the building.
It is just as one expected. The owner of Wanmin Restaurant is indeed a most reasonable and accommodating human. Still,
I still
the
love
work
how
here
Paimon
entails
doesn't
dealing
ever
with
sit
quite
in a
varied
chair.
group of people.
She just floats in the air.
Has this been difficult for you, Shenhe?
It's like, we have another chair for her, but she's
It's
not
been
gonna do
manageable
it.
so far. I sometimes run into strange people, but I have figured out a way to deal with them.
Seems like you've been making progress. So by dealing with them, you mean...
Intimidating them.
First, I try to talk sense into them. If that doesn't work, I threaten them with violence. At this point, they usually decide they are in favor of a civil conversation.
Reasonable enough.
Oh, how should
Yeah,
I
sounds reasonable enough. Uh-huh.
Oh, a sensible plan. One is gladdened to see you integrate so well into human society.
And you, Master? How have you been?
Simply marvelous. Though Mount Outsong has scarcely enjoyed your presence recently, one has hardly found the pleasure of one's own company to be lacking.
I see. Oh, just as expected of Master. I have missed Master quite a bit too. Even though work has been busy lately, I've already had a conversation with Chef Mao about taking some time off soon to visit Master.
Oh, you did?
Oh, she has
Do make
so
note
much
of such
love in
matters
her
in your
heart
letters
for
in the
her
future.
kids.
There's
Even though they're not
hardly
really her
need to
kids, but
keep
they're like
one in
adopted
suspense.
almost.
Whoa, her mood shot up just like that.
By the way, Master, since you are in Liyue Harbor, have you had the chance to visit Ganyu?
Indeed. She is similarly preoccupied with her work. there was time only to exchange a few simple pleasantries.
Ganyu told us the story of Cloud Retainer's name. It was amazing. We never knew how powerful she was before.
I see. In that case, allow me to also share a story about Master's past.
Oh no.
Oh?
Is that a problem, Master? I believe this to be a good topic of conversation.
No, not a problem. One was simply caught off guard. But no matter. Please, proceed. One is most curious to see how much of one's own conversational prowess you possess.
Master once participated in a race against Mooncarver. After Mooncarver lost, he insisted that Master's ability to fly gave her a natural edge in such a contest.
I mean, yeah, he's not wrong.
In response, Master agreed to forego flying in return for being able to use one of her devices in the race. Mooncarver accepted, only to find Master with a brand new device on the day of the contest.
Huh. What kind
But
of
still,
device was it?
doesn't sound fair.
It was a mechanical vehicle made out of iron. What was it called again? Oh, an electro-powered bicycle?
Was she in her bird form for this and she's just using a bicycle as a bird?
Oh, you refer to the bicyclical Thunder Flashmobile.
Oh,
One
what?
spent 49 days conceptualizing and crafting it. It need only be infused with adeptal energy, and it can cover thousands of miles in one day.
Yeah, that's a nice name there.
Oh, it boggles the mind why Mooncarver ever supposed he might best me in a contest of locomotion. Though he sprinted with all his might, he could barely keep up.
Well, maybe you should, like, not use devices or something.
Alas, the one flaw of my mechanism lay in its weakness against mountainous terrain. One was thwarted mere seconds from victory.
So
when it
you
was
still
thrown off course
lost.
and failed to make it across the final stretch. Truly a most unfortunate turn of events. Anyway, do go on, Shenhe.
Master, that was the end of that story.
Is that so? Huh.
You
With
were
you
there.
gone,
What do you mean?
One has
You want her
seldom
to go
felt
on.
the desire to
What's
call
the rest
upon
of the
those
story
old
then?
Fossils for another contest. What is a race without spectators, after all?
Have you been lonely, Master?
Well, that's something to just throw at her right away.
Lonely? Huh. At one's age, entire human generations come and go in the blink of an eye. Even one's own self-directed musings can span several days and nights. 'Tis a most foreign sentiment. The mere mention of it is preposterous. What is the reason for that look upon your face?
Oh, nothing.
It's nothing. It's just... Well, Paimon gained a lot of respect for you after listening to that story of you summoning the rain and everything. But all it took was a few words out of your mouth, and it's like you're back to being that illuminated bird again.
Wow, Paimon. You're really laying it on thick for her now.
I was just a little bit confused. Which one of the two is the real Cloud Retainer?
To me, they are both, Master.
I don't think
One is the
Paimon
master that's
understands, like,
widely
three-dimensional
revered by the people.
characters.
While the other is the Master that I respect and adore.
Huh. One finds oneself exalted yet again with sweet words of praise and flattery of a most extravagant nature. You chose to exalt one with your words, yet you refuse to grace Mount Outsong with your presence for any extended period of time. One would almost question the sincerity of your estimations. This is not to say that your words paint an inaccurate picture. One has always lived by a single ideal. Eschew all action and abide by no rule. One does as one pleases and speaks as one pleases. Others may critique or praise as they see fit, yet one places little weight in such judgments.
She got like... What,
And yet she
2
really
sentences
cares
of
how
flattery from
her little
disciple, and
disciples
it's as
feel
if
about
ego
her.
was about to burst.
Do you have any empty tables?
We might be in that empty table.
Hey there, could we get another fish stew?
Oh, she's gonna need to go back to work.
I'm hearing more guests come in. I should get back to work.
Yeah, and we should open up this table for the guests.
Alright, good luck with the lunchtime rush, Shenhe.
Mm-hmm. I'll try my best.
Oh, okay, so we are actually ordering food. I shouldn't be surprised.
Paimon's gonna feast!
This is all for her.
One is fond of all kinds of delicacies and delights in a multitude of flavors. The dishes here demonstrate no shortage of culinary skill. Their unique flavor profile has left one more than satisfied. In fact, one has been struck by quite the fit of inspiration. One has already begun to conceptualize the next generation of supreme cuisine machines.
I forgot she made the supreme cuisine machines.
Everything's so tasty. A bit too hot at times, but still super tasty.
I'm sorry, miss, but our tables are full.
Shall we try somewhere else, Granny? But it smells so delightful. Can we really not eat here? My poor legs can't go on for much longer.
Well, you could always check with some of the other guests and see if anyone's happy to share a table.
Well, I guess we have 2 spots since Paimon doesn't actually sit in the chair.
Ask around. Excuse me. Would you mind letting us share a table with you? There are no empty tables left, so...
Ah, well, Paimon doesn't mind. What about you guys?
It just means more food on the table for Paimon.
Great! Thanks so much. My name is Shuyu, and this is my granny, Yuendai.
Granny?
Yep. Is there something wrong with that?
No, Paimon's just a bit surprised. She looks so young.
Does she?
Yeah. A lot of people compliment Granny on her youthful looks, but she's actually much older than she appears.
Oh, does she know her?
Granny? Why don't you take a seat? Come on, it's not polite to stare.
Huh. Have we met before?
No.
'Tis a fated meeting, then. Please, take a seat.
What would you like to eat, Granny? I can order for you.
Oh, and then the little girl's not even gonna sit in the seat.
Braised earthworms.
We will always have the one open
Onto the
seat.
ground after a rainstorm. No, not this again. Granny, there's no braised earthworms on the menu.
Is Granny okay?
Braised earthworms? Well, that sounds weird. Do people actually eat that? Right, that's what Paimon was thinking too. Need any help?
Help? Oh, do you mean with Granny? Thanks, that's nice of you to offer. Granny has pretty bad dementia, so her memory's getting worse all the time. She's always saying things that sound kinda confusing. Actually, her memory's been bad ever since I was little. But it's gotten so bad lately that I even have to remind her who I am every morning. They died young. It's just me and Granny now.
Oh, so she's had to grow up quick.
But it's okay. Don't feel bad. Granny loves me a lot, and I love her a lot too. Sure, it's hard at times, but you just gotta make the best of the life you've got.
Wow, you're really tough for your age, kid.
And you hear that from Paimon's voice, but she sounds like a little
kind.
kid.
And me? Oh, what about me? You're tough too, Granny. Plus, you're really gentle, and you're always there for me.
Yes, and it's hardly as if I forget everything. I still remember the important things. Wait, what was that really important thing again? Ah, I remember now. It was a dream. I had a dream.
She
where
can't remember things, but
everything
she
was
remembers
dark.
dreams.
Someone was standing in front of me. She told me to come and find her, and that once I'd found her, I would be free.
Is she like under a curse or something?
Huh? That sounds super important. But how come you've never told me about it before?
It was just a dream, so I forgot about it. But I'm in a good mood now, and somehow I remembered it again. You know, I believe I've had this dream a great many times. But just how many times have I had it? Now that I do not remember.
Yeah. She's just watching.
Wait, So you have
She's
a
like,
reoccurring
one does
dream
not
where
understand
someone's talking to you? That
the
sounds spooky.
the
Does
capacity
that
of
mean you're
Paimon's
possessed?
stomach. She's like got her head up, like slightly, like she's like being dignified.
Unlikely. Her eyes are clear
Like
and
her
her
head
breathing
is just like
remains calm
tilted
and
up
level.
so high.
One sees no signs of possession.
Oh.
Are you sure?
Who do you take me for? Is one not an adept? Am I not an expert?
You said I?
Right. Paimon almost forgot you're the expert. In that case, do you still remember what the person in your dreams looked like, Granny?
Not anymore. Although, I have a sense that she looked rather like me. But not as I am now. My younger self.
A younger version of Granny?
This is just getting weirder and weirder. What is going on here?
As one said, fate must have brought us together. You may leave the situation to me.
Yeah, it's not like she has anything else to do.
Are you sure? So, what are your names?
Paimon's Paimon.
Just Shenyun is fine.
Thank you all so much for offering to help. But first, I'm sorry for asking, but, how do you want us to pay you back?
You expect us to want you to pay us
we
back?
don't need any payment for this.
Thank you so
Like,
much.
we're just good people.
You're welcome. But Miss Chenyu, what exactly can we do to help out this granny? All we have to go off is that dream. Where do we start?
That is elementary. Since her dreams portray her
Elementary.
younger self, then we shall retrace the steps of her youth. Once we have revisited those places, her memories will likely return.
Sounds like a plan. So, Granny, do you remember which places you went to when you were young?
Why, of course I do. The heavens above, the earth below, the wispy clouds, and the emerald mountain streams.
It's not very specific, Granny.
Okay, taking that as a no.
I might have an idea. Once, when I was really little, my dad told me that Granny used to be a martial artist heroine who saved loads of people from a
Is
disaster.
she like an adeptus or something?
If it's true, then maybe they wrote about it in the history books or something.
A martial arts heroine? Oh, Shinto knows tons about Liyue's chivalric traditions. If anyone knows about the heroes of the past, it's him. Let's go find him at the Feiyun Commerce Guild.
Are you leaving already? But I'm still hungry.
Well, I'm sorry, Granny. We can get it to
I'll go
go.
order some food, Granny. If there's nothing on the menu you especially want, I'll just get a few different things.
And then if you don't eat anything, Paimon will just eat it.
It seems we must part ways for now. The Traveler and Paimon are bound for the Feiyun Commerce Guild, while Yuendai and Shuyu shall remain here and partake of their lunch. As for myself, I have matters to discuss with Streetward Rambler.
Streetward Rambler?
Oh, you mean Madam Ping!
Oh.
Precisely. Let us meet at Yujing Terrace once you are ready.
Yeah, I always forget Madam Ping is also a adeptus. I love the amount of talking over there. So many people. Hey, she's still here.
I should get paid in another few days. Shall we take the opportunity to go out and have some fun?
Depends on your definition of fun, but sure. Over this way. I might as well walk it. What's going on up here? Oh! I love that my commissions are just done right away. Actually, I can go claim them right now! Because I'm already by the Adventure Guild.
Ad Astra at... Thank you for completing...
Bada bing, bada boom. I think I have enough for a pull. I do. Cries in agony as if I'm not okay with this already. 'Cause I don't do 10 pulls, so it's it's like it's like edging. Kind of. It's like I like to live on the edge. Where I'm just like, I'm doing a single pull, even though there's no guarantees till the 10th. And even then, it's not a guarantee. Just because I'm impatient. Yeah, whoa, it's the truth, though. It's the truth. I'm torturing myself by doing this and pulling single pulls. It's my fault. I have patience in other games, but not this one. I have like 15k whatever gem things in Blue Archive right now, so I can do it.
Chenyu! Great, we found you! We wanted to ask you about something.
That's not a whole lot of information to go off of. I don't know if I can say for sure. I can't pinpoint her identity from your description alone, but considering her age, I am reminded of a nameless heroine who's been featured in various chivalric novels.
Nameless heroine?
That's right. The novels often speak of a great drought from 50 years ago. As the people suffered, a nameless heroine appeared and began to clear away evil spirits and bandit camps. The people idolized her, but never learned her name. All they knew was that she always acted alone. Later, though, she supposedly fell in love with a similarly noble-minded exorcist.
And then they had kids, and now she's a granny.
They were well matched in more ways than one, often fighting together as a fearsome duo of otherworldly strength. After the drought ended, the heroine and the exorcist left the public eye and began living a reclusive life in the mountains. All that remained were tales of her incredible accomplishments. The way this nameless heroine faded from fame into obscurity later in life is not too dissimilar from Miss Yuendai. I hope that's somewhat helpful.
I still love how her name is just You and I. Like, it just sounds like that.
We knew it'd be
You
worth
and I.
talking to you.
It's nothing at all. Just something I came across while reading. I did do a bit of extra research on her story, but it was just out of personal curiosity.
Well, Paimon still thinks that's super cool. Oh, wait, Chenyu, if you've read up on her, do you know of any places often associated with her?
Let me think. In the novels, the nameless heroine always appeared near one of 3 places. Wangshu Inn, the area just north of Jueyun Karst, and Qingyun Peak. Perhaps the real-life heroine who inspired the character was also often seen near those 3 places. That would explain why those locations appear in the various novels written about her.
Somehow the books have given us more definite
To be honest,
locations.
I found some parts of the story confusing when I first came across it. If Miss Yuendai was indeed the original inspiration for the character, she may just be able to help me put the pieces together. It's rare for a chivalric hero to fade into obscurity during their lifetime, even after retiring from the public eye. But no one ever saw or heard from the nameless heroine again. There were even rumors that she became extremely ill.
Oh,
I never
well.
understood why someone would go to such lengths to erase themselves from public memory. It's almost as if she was trying to hide from something. There's probably far more to the story than what's been written.
We'll be sure to tell you if we manage to uncover the truth.
That's a deal. Perhaps, behind the truth of it all, there lies a story more fantastical than any work of fiction.
Paimon feels like we just learned so much from Chenyu. A drought, a nameless heroine, a life of seclusion. Wait, why does
That's
story
literally
sound
just
super
Cloud
familiar?
Retainer's story.
Oh, right! There's a drought in this story, too! Chenyu, are droughts super common in Liyue or something?
Well, they used to be. But people have long since developed methods to prevent them, like by cultivating the soil or digging canals. So while droughts do happen from time to time, they are rarely regarded as true disasters. The drought 50 years ago is probably one of the worst we've had in the last several centuries. The crops withered, the streams ran dry, and the monsters in the mountains became rabid and agitated. Countless caravans were attacked, and people who lost their homes came together to form bandit groups. What started as a natural disaster soon became a human tragedy as well.
That sounds awful.
Yeah, and that's exactly why the nameless heroine was so beloved. She must have been someone of true integrity, to do so much for the people while asking nothing in return.
But it's interesting that the little girl was immediately expecting us to ask for
Still,
something in return.
As terrible as that drought was, it was nothing compared to the truly calamitous disasters that befell this land in ancient times. They say that back in those days, disasters were both more severe and more common. Only the strongest of Adepti could hope to dispel the ruin and devastation. Do you have any other questions?
We're good for now. We're just going to head back and meet up with Miss Chenyu and the others again. Paimon hopes that Granny Yuendai will be able to remember more of her past. She used to be a great hero who saved many people. So sad that she can't recall any of it. Anyway, we'll be off now. See you some other time, Xingqiu. Thank you so much for your help.
It's no problem at all. Safe travels.
Bye, boyo. That I don't have trained. Even though he's useful. It'd be good for freeze teams, but I don't know, I never did it. All the 4 stars, I'll have to do like a subathon or something at some point where I just use literally all of my resin to make everyone leveled up and wonderful. That'd be fun. And by fun, I mean I would lose my sanity. Because I mean, like, most of them are not doing great. It's like, I would lose my sanity trying to get all of them up to 80. Even Tainari is stuck at his level right now.
I have recorded the tune that you requested. I hope it will be of help to you.
Oh.
Oh, thank you. Straight word, Ping. What has amused you so?
Oh, it's no serious matter. I was just reminiscing about the last time I saw you in this form. Time has wrought such change in this
I wonder if we'll ever get
and
Ping
yet
as a playable character.
you
I kind of
appear
doubt it
just
though.
the
Ping just likes
same
being
as
an old
ever.
lady.
Time has little bearing on one's existence, nor has one keenly felt its effects whilst dwelling at Mount Outsong. Nevertheless, Ping, one would like to seek your counsel on a personal matter.
Oh, why so formal all of a sudden? I must say, you're making me a little nervous. What is it?
Well, the inquiry is as such. Approximately how much more would one need to afford a comfortable life in the harbor, not unlike the one that you yourself lead?
It does not require as much as you may think. Still, do you mean that...
Clavitator, Madam Ping!
Is she trying to like put the old lady up somewhere, or is she trying to just live in the harbor?
Nothing save for some trivial matters. Have you unearthed any useful details?
Xingqiu has a theory, but let's save it for when Chuyu and Miss Yuendai have joined up with us again.
Do not be troubled, young lady. Here, have some tea.
Tea.
Thank you so
Tea.
much.
What do you think, Chuyu? Does it match up with what you know of your granny?
According to the story, the nameless heroine eventually fell in love with an exorcist from Mount Tianheng. Maybe that's my grandpa. I don't have many memories of him, but there was this one time I found a box in our attic full of a bunch of weird sigils. I think so too. Granny might remember something once she's returned to a familiar place.
What marvelous tea. I can taste the dew's sweetness in this cup. It's as if I was taking
You
a
know what?
stroll
Risley
in
needs
the
to go
mountains,
away so he can have a whole
thoroughly
vacation
one
with tea.
nature,
Even though I'm
and
sure
at
he just imports
peace.
it all. But still, like, he needs a vacation.
Is that so? Then please drink as much as you like. There's no need to hurry. At our age, it's always nice to slow down and take the time to appreciate pleasant conversation among friends.
Thank you.
Okay, since we have the time, can I ask you something?
Sure thing. What would you like to know?
I have a secret I want to tell you. Let's go talk over there.
Over where? Over here?
What's wrong, Shiryu?
Well, I've been kind of meaning to ask ever since we started talking in the restaurant, but are you guys all adepti in disguise?
How do you know?
Oh! About that.
Well, you guys just seem super special. Plus, I think I might have heard Miss Chenyu call herself an adeptus.
No, she just said adept. Adept. There was no us.
Must have been a slip of the tongue. Shen, since you were the one who, misspoke, maybe you can explain to Shiryu here what you really meant by that.
Yeah, take responsibility.
One is indeed an adeptus. Is that of some concern to you?
If I had a desk in front of me to slam my head on, I would, but the microphone is right there.
Huh?
I cannot. I will not torture everyone by making the very loud sound that it will create.
I saw a pure white illuminated crane. I had this super high fever, and Granny wasn't around.
No.
I was feeling all
I'll slam on
icky
it though.
and
I'll
gross. But then this
my
snowy
mouse
white
pad.
crane
If you
flew
know what
down
my
from the
mouse pad
sky.
looks like, I'll slap that. I don't even think it was audible. Kind of was. Oh no, I've woken up the cat. I'm sorry, baby. I'm sorry. Oh, he's looking at me like I just woke him up from his nap. No. I'm sorry. I know you're trying to close your eyes again. I know, baby. I'm sorry. I know. You're just a sleepy boy.
She put me on her back and flew me to her
Ooh,
cool
art.
adeptus house and fed me some sort of magic potion. When I woke up, I was already back in my bed and my fever was gone.
You hate that you can hear it, but don't you love it? Don't you love knowing that I'm hitting my mouse pad of Risley
I really wanted to thank her, but I was
while
too
I'm
sleepy to
holding
stay
my
awake,
Risley
so I
plush
never got the chance.
and I'm playing as Risley?
So I just kind of wanted to ask if maybe any of you have ever met an adeptus like that?
A pure white illuminated crane? The only two we've ever met are blue and white and black and brown. Have you ever met one that's pure white, Cloud Retainer?
I own it at this point. I own it. I love him.
Never has one met an adeptus with such features. One surmises such a description is but a hyperbolic embellishment that oft results from narrative accounts.
That's weird. Was it really just a dream then? Well, even if it was just in my head, it doesn't matter that much anyway. All I really want is to help Granny recover her memories. I'm really grateful for all your help.
Leave it to us! Now that we know the three locations,
It's like once they
we
make
just need to
actual
visit
Risley
them one by
plushies, this will
one.
be mine. I know they have the finger puppet though right now. I think that's the thing they have.
First.
Okay, I'll go get Granny.
I need the birthday set. That's what I need, where they have the print of the art from the birthday, and I don't remember what else they put with it because I think it varies a little bit. But I need the art. I don't know how long it takes for them to make that though, or even I can figure out where to buy it, but still. They need to have it be easier to get Genshin merch. I know they have an Amazon store now though. But it's like the stands and some of the buttons, but like not much else. And I don't think they have, well, actually I think they do have Risley's stand. They might. No, I wouldn't. I promise. That's totally not what I did with the mouse pad. The mouse pad is part of the PC setup. You don't get me wrong. It's part of the PC setup, and it's for my well-being. You don't understand. Even if they don't make a Wolf Risley plush, if they end up making a shark one, because that's like his other motif thing. It's like wolves and sharks are his thing. If they don't, if they make like a shark one, I want that. It's for my well-being. It's for my wrist. My wrist needs something soft to lay on because the edge of my desk is very sharp. I don't know why I'm walking to Wangshin. It's for my wrist.
Wangshu Inn. Wangshu Inn.
Do you remember this place, Granny?
Yes. The fish here is very delicious. And if you look out into the distance, you can always spot a bird that's been left behind by its flock.
No, his face is covered by the mouse mostly. That's totally where I'm looking. So I mean, he's got a nice face. And he's got floofy hair.
I believe I used to have a room here. It had a window. Yes, I spent a lot of time looking out that window. Which room was it again?
If I got the birthday
me
set with the art, though, that would be eye candy, though. I know exactly where I'd put it.
I'll come with.
Paimon's still having some trouble understanding what she's talking about, but if she's so familiar with this place, that must mean she lived here, right? Wait, huh? Whoa! Zhao! What are you doing here all of a sudden? You scared the living
Zhao!
out of Paimon!
You can't just show up like
I
that!
sensed a non-human presence and decided to come take a look.
Oh yeah, you're so protective of
If
your
you're
little
here,
place.
then there's likely no trouble afoot. I suppose there's no cause for concern.
So you could sense a non-human presence, but then you didn't sense that I'm here.
It's been a while, Cloud Retainer. I see you have returned to your previous form. I have indeed. I fought alongside her in this form on many occasions during the Archon War.
Oh, wow!
It's been so long since they've mentioned the Archon War, though.
Oh, wait, let Paimon take a guess. Was it anything like this? Behold, glory of one's newest invention, the Bang Bang Continuous Fire Mechanism. Hands up and surrender, or be prepared to face the full might of the Adepti.
Oh.
An impressive imitation.
Yeah, you really imitated her so well that you manifested the machines.
Paimon knows her all too well.
Even so, Cloud Retainer was not always as ostentatious as you describe.
That's a big word for you, Zhao.
But her talent for the
Ostentatious.
Adepti sigils is just as formidable as her skill in mechanics. The Archon War reached its peak after Guizhong's death. The Cloud Retainer who fought beside me in those devastating battles was taciturn and solemn, only speaking when she
Oh,
had to
Paimon's
activate
floating
her
right next to
sigils.
her ad version of herself. For a second, at
Retainer
least.
barely talks? Paimon can't picture it. But what happened after that? If you were so powerful in your human form, why did you decide to take up your bird form again?
Once one had bid farewell to the world of mortals, what use would one still have for such a shape?
Opposable thumbs? Hands?
When dwelling between mountain and forest, away from the struggles and troubles of the mortal world, a mortal form is hardly the most fitting of choices.
After the war, Cloud Retainer retired to Mount Outsong, only revealing herself to the occasional visitor, and always in her avian form.
Yeah, with her big echoey voice.
Although I do believe there was an occasion some 30-odd years ago when she decided to don her human form. I believe it was for the purpose of...
One believes there is little need to relive bygone matters.
What was it?
Granny, are you okay?
Back then, at this place,
Perhaps this conversation should end here. I shall take my leave now. Should you encounter any
I'm gonna be
trouble,
asking
you need
Zhao
only
about
call
whatever
my
he was
name.
about to tell me.
However, given that you are traveling with Cloud Retainer, I trust you are in good hands.
And there he goes.
Everyone! I think Granny is finally beginning to remember her past.
Slowly now, calm your mind and recount what has been recalled.
A long time ago,
In a galaxy far, far away.
to recuperate from my illness.
Huh. So what Shinjo said was true! You did fall ill! Was that why you went into hiding?
I don't remember. I'm very sorry, but I can't even remember the name of my illness. The only thing I can remember is that
It was a
took
curse. I'm
great
telling you, it's a
toll on
curse.
me, and there was no cure for it. I was confined to my room in Wangshu Inn, where I spent many days unconscious. I'd come to every once in a while and stare at the migrating birds outside the window. It was a solemn sight. I remember crying, but I'm not even sure I knew why. One day, I met a traveling merchant. Upon hearing of my illness, he sold me a bottle of soul-revitalizing tea pills.
Oh.
He told me that the pills were concocted using Adepti blood and could be used to alleviate my symptoms. Sure enough, I made a full recovery.
Yeah,
My
it's a
illness
curse.
remained dormant for several decades after that.
Wait, but if your illness remained dormant for several decades, are you saying that what you're going through now is just a relapse of what happened all those years ago? And it was all thanks to the pills that you managed to keep the symptoms in check? Paimon's brain kinda hurts. Do you remember anything else?
I'm sorry, I don't. Oh, if only I wasn't so useless.
Hey,
You're not useless.
You've done so much for me. Watched me grow up. Raised me. How could you say that about yourself?
I mean, to be fair, I think she's raised herself a little more than that.
Fret not, dear child. Granny was just a bit frustrated. That's all.
The recovery of a person's memories is a gradual process. Finding pieces of one's past is always superior to not finding anything at all. Let us make haste to the next location.
Next location. Next location. Oh, why don't we go to the area north of Dwayunkars next? There isn't really a landmark there, so where should we start? Oh, Paimon's got it. Let's check out the houses in the area first. After all, if she was there for any length of time, then she would have stayed somewhere, right? Oh, Paimon's really got her thinking cap on today. At this rate, we'll recover all of Granny Wendai's memories in no time.
Let's have a montage of getting the memories back. Oh, we are in fact kind of doing that because we're going to multiple places. Let's go! Which one's closest? Yeah, I guess I'll just go around that way. Barrett. I'm like picking it up. Interesting. 500 more. Whoa, there's a thing down here. Break it. Break it. Yeah. I don't need no claymores when I have Risley with me.
Whoa, why are there so many treasure hoarders here?
Oh, good heavens.
Guess it's time to round up the bad guys.
Let's destroy them.
No escape.
They'll die like immediately. Goodbye, everyone. Oh wait, there's one more.
Do you remember anything about this place, Granny Wendai?
Oh, now there's just bubble noises.
I feel like I've been here before, but I don't think I stayed here too long. I might have just rested
Oh,
here
there goes her
briefly
friends.
before continuing on my way.
Got it. That's okay. There are still plenty of other places we can check.
Wait a second. If I remember correctly, I believe
I forgot that's in there.
Ah, yes. I brought some sweet snacks with me. Go on, take some. You need to eat a lot
I'll
if
just
you
go
want to
up
grow
this way.
big and strong.
Oh, I'm already plenty big and strong, Granny.
We'll help us out.
Look at this man. He's big and strong. How dare you! Come back here. You can't run faster than Risley. He's got long legs. Yes, strong man. Strong man. Very strong man. Okay, is there anybody else to fight? Nope. To be like, they're gonna die instantly, whoever it is.
Paimon sees an abandoned house. Why don't we take a break over there?
This place.
She just lived in like all the abandoned houses here.
Did you remember something, Granny?
I remember. Shuyu. This is where your father was born.
Oh.
It was a moonless night. I had been injured, so your grandpa was supporting me. We fled together with some being in the fog behind us in hot pursuit. I had exhausted my strength when the labor pains came on, so we took refuge in this house. Your grandpa set up a barrier outside, but neither of us knew if it could hold the monsters back. I remember that night. I remember falling to my knees, reciting a prayer over and over. I alone am the source of this sin. Punish me as you wish for forsaking my oath, but spare my innocent child.
Oh, yeah, he got punished.
Oath? Did you do something wrong?
You got sick.
I don't know. I don't remember. I only remember praying in the darkness with all my strength until the sun finally rose again and the fog cleared out. Eventually, the house was filled with the sound of my baby's first cries. That baby was your father. I remember I clutched him tight to my chest and wept tears of joy. It was the first time I'd ever felt such happiness in my life.
My dad?
He was my pride and joy, and so are you, Shuyu.
Pat.
You're so much like him, and I love you both so much. But you're always going to be different from me. Why? Just what did I do?
I don't care what you might have done, Granny. You'll always be the person I love more than anything.
You're too sweet, Shuyu. I'm lucky to have you with me. If not for you, I would not have had the courage to come here, to try to remember what I had forgotten. All right, let's not stand around any longer. There's one
She's
place
definitely
left,
becoming
yes?
more talkative
Let's
and
go
like
take a
look.
Being able to walk so far.
If one recalls correctly, the next place should be Chenyu Peak. You and I, how fares your health?
I may be a bit slow, but I'll do my best to keep up. I'm sorry to keep everyone waiting.
I ain't waiting, I'm zooming.
Climb on, I shall carry you to the top. Such lightness of weight.
Oh.
All those who grow old grow frail in the end, do they not? First, you lose your memory, then your health. Eventually, you end up losing
Oh wait, this is way
everything.
further than I thought it was. Never mind.
My only wish is to depart this world with a lucid mind, to free myself of this torment and the burden it places upon others.
Fret not. You have my aid in this endeavor.
But like, do the other characters really have gliders, or is it like just because it's like a Mondstadt thing though? It's like the Fontanians all like just go in the water and they swim.
We're finally here. Does this place feel familiar to you, Granny Wendai?
Let me see.
What's with the whistling in the background?
How strange. Have I lived here before? When we were at Wangshu Inn and the abandoned house earlier, though I couldn't remember everything, I still felt a sense of familiarity. I could easily picture myself in those places. But here, I don't have that feeling. Perhaps I did come here in the past, but it just didn't leave a strong impression on me.
But did the stories get it wrong then?
I mean, she's not necessarily gonna remember everything.
Yeah, that's true. But they're also the only thing we have to go off of. Paimon was hoping this place would jog Granny Wendai's memory just like the others.
I'm sorry to disappoint you too.
It's alright. We're not going to give up yet. We'll figure something else out. Just you wait.
Thank you. If only I could remember. Huh? That way. What's that mountain?
The place where Cloud Retainer lives?
Huh? Isn't that Mount Outsong? Looks like we've come full circle.
Mount Outsong. Mount Outsong.
Granny, are you okay?
Show her the bird form. She'll remember.
It's okay if you can't remember. You shouldn't do something that makes you sad.
Mount Outsong, What am I really?
Mount Outsong holds some familiarity to you?
It does, but I can't go back.
Are you
Nonsense.
feeling unwell?
You have the lady who lives there. She
My
says you can
head.
go.
It feels all heavy and dizzy. What is wrong with me?
Cloud... Miss Chenyu, is there anything you can do?
Let us go to Mount Outsong.
But...
Fret not. All will be well. You and I, you have already given more than enough to the pursuit of this endeavor. You may leave the rest to me. I've prepared something that can aid you in suppressing the fear in your heart and restoring your lost memories. It currently resides at Mount Outsong.
Wait, really? When did you do that?
I never leave anything to chance.
Oh, is it the jade
All
thing
will
that she
reveal
got
itself when
from
we
Madame
arrive.
Ping? And we can fly! Whee!
Come on, just tell Paimon already! What's this thing you've prepared?
Was it this
Here,
box
this is
thing?
it.
Huh? But isn't this the mechanism that you were tinkering with when we first got here? Oh, is it another invention of yours?
Precisely. A recent one at that. I am most pleased with the result. I call it the
Suspended
suspensive
sleep?
somnium mechanism. It periodically releases a soft breeze, which when paired with a gentle adeptal tune, can help the listener subconsciously relax and even enter a semi-hypnotic state. Soothing agitation and anxiety, relieving exhaustion and insomnia, its potential uses are numerous indeed. And of course, it can also aid in the recovery of lost memories.
I don't know why she doesn't just, like, give all these inventions to people. I know she used to give people inventions, like, the public and all, but now she just makes them and just, like, chills out with them. Like, come on, you can rejoin society. You can be an inventor.
What a cool gadget! But if you had it all along, why did you keep it to yourself until just now? We could have come to Mount Outsong right off the bat and saved time on a lot of floating.
Oh, you say that as if you don't float all the time. You had a chair at the restaurant and you didn't use it. All you do is float.
How preposterous. Had Yuendai not recalled much of her past through her own efforts, the device would have nothing to draw upon. We Adepti can only help those who first resolve to help themselves. Had she lacked such determination and strength of character, one would have little to offer in way of assistance.
Paimon thinks she gets it now. Hey, what's that other thing?
As previously mentioned,
Yeah,
a
the
gentle adeptal tune
thingy.
is required to take full advantage of the mechanism. One secured such a tune from Streetward Rambler. Only with her melodies can the mechanism reach its peak power.
Whoa,
I love how
Paimon
she
can
just
feel
had
what
to
you
put
mean.
herself on the machine.
Paimon's
And you and I, is the mechanism helping you to relax?
Oh yeah, she's falling
It appears
asleep.
she has already succumbed to the depths of reverie. Come, join one on this side. We shall give her some time to herself.
Oh, we're just abandoning her over here. Okay.
The drought is over. But why do you look like you want to cry?
The potion. It's nearly run its course.
Oh, she has the same hairpin.
I've never regretted meeting you. Not even for a second.
Please. Please, no.
Lights.
Have you forgotten?
Reflections.
This is the world you left behind. One of gentle breeze and morning dew, perfectly straddled betwixt the realms of heaven and earth. This is your home. This is where you belong.
I knew she was a bird!
The you of the past. The me. from
Everyone
not
is a
long
bird
ago.
when you come to this land.
should
You're all
have never.
birds. Except the one dude that's like a deer, but we don't talk about him.
So that is the truth. No wonder this place is so familiar.
Granny! Granny, are you okay?
She just screamed.
Cloud Retainer.
Your memories have returned?
Wait, did you just call her by her full name? Does that mean
We were besties.
you already knew each other?
Yes. I now remember everything. Everything.
Granny, please don't cry. I'm here. I'm here.
Oh, don't worry, my dear child. Granny is fine. I'm so sorry, everyone. You've gone to so much trouble on my behalf. It's all come back to me now. The most important thing that I had forgotten was the truth of what I once was.
One can sense the guilt that now plagues your conscience. Reclaiming a truth long buried is sure to come with a myriad of complex emotions.
Perhaps no, it's okay. Now that I've remembered, I must face my memories head on. Shuyu, everyone, I cannot thank you enough for all your help. I'm ready to tell you my
Boy, do we love my computer's network card destroying itself. I guess this is just gonna happen every single stream now, I think. Yeah, oh no is right. It's gonna happen every stream now, I think. I think that's just what's gonna happen, because I think that genuinely that part of the computer is starting to break. Because it is
Some time
consistent.
ago,
It is
I
consistent.
made a terrible mistake. one for which I could never atone.
Like, it's not even the network being used. It's just like at a certain point, it just decides it's done. It doesn't want to do it anymore.
Is this the sin that you mentioned in Dwayne Karst? What happened?
This is why we need people to play Genshin with my link. So then we can fund the computer.
I am, in truth,
There's a bird!
human being. My real form, one that I held for centuries, was that of a wild crane. I spent many, many years living on Mount Outsong, bathing in the soft breeze and drinking the sweet dew of the mountains. At some point, I somehow gained wisdom and sentience. The Lord of the Mountain, Cloud Retainer, became aware of my existence and began to share many stories with me. She even passed on the secret of cultivation to me.
I know, because everyone already plays Genshin, but at the same time I was like, my first sponsor has to be something good. So I'm like, it's Genshin. I know I did. I will maybe do others, but I wanted to do this one because I also want to force my family to play as well. Because that's a fun little thing.
Though she never took me on as a formal disciple, I always saw her as my master. Whenever she took out her tools to work on mechanisms or new inventions,
and also I wanted to play all this new stuff in Genshin anyway.
I even contemplated completing my training and becoming an adeptus in my own right. I followed her teachings, and time gradually passed us by. Until that fateful day 50 years ago.
50 years ago?
The drought.
That's right. Master regaled me with many stories of her past deeds. From them, I learned how she had saved people from a similar crisis in the past. She was the one I looked up to the most. More than anything, I dreamt of becoming an adeptus like her. I wanted to travel the land like she had, relieving suffering wherever I went. But I was still far from being a real adeptus. I possessed no ability to take on human form and fit in with the crowd. Once she learned of my desires, Master prepared a special dose.
She's just
of
like
human
the
miracle potion
adeptus,
for
like
me.
main one, honestly. She just like tutors everybody.
She warned me that the potion's effects would only last 10 years, and if I were to fail to return to my original form at the end of that time, I would forever forget my past as a crane and become something neither human, beast, nor adeptus.
Oh.
Oh no. So that was the source of your dementia all along.
Was it because of Grandpa?
Indeed, I fell in love. Though he was human, he had spent his entire life training on Mount Chenyu.
Why didn't she just like get
When we
another
met,
potion
it
and
was
just
not
like
only my
turn
first
back for a
foray
minute and
into
then
the
just get
world
another
below,
one?
but his as well. Although clumsy and impulsive as he was, you'd think he was the real strange bird among the two of us. But still, just like me, he cared deeply about the world and wanted, more than anything, to cleanse it of all pain and suffering. I could not help but fall for him. But my time continued to tick away. Those 10 years passed by in a flash. Yet I did not want to leave his side, so I...
Oh no. What happened next?
I committed an offense. I wanted to stay with him, even if it meant living a life full of pain and suffering, even if it meant that I would eventually turn into a monstrosity. I knew I had betrayed Master's hopes, but I was too ashamed to face her. So I wrote her a long letter instead and asked
And she
someone
never
to
got
leave
the
it
letter,
outside
did
her
she?
abode. I was convinced that she would not support my decision, and I lacked the courage to speak to her face to face. In my shame, I fled and tried to hide from the world, such that no one would be able to find me again. But that was only the beginning of my troubles. I began to suffer from a strange illness. My memories became hazy and confused, and I could no longer keep myself awake. I understood that my pain was caused by my refusal to return to the life I was fated to lead. Along with my memories as a crane, I soon forgot the true cause of my suffering as well. I knew only that I had committed a sin. All I could do was pray for forgiveness, even if I had long forgotten what needed to be forgiven. Looking back, I was beyond lucky to have come across that traveling merchant at Wangshu Inn. It was such a fortunate coincidence that we were there at the same time. If it weren't for those soul-revitalizing tea pills, I probably would have...
Oh, and you gave it to her.
What's wrong?
Coincidence? Why did I ever think it was a coincidence? Tea pills concocted using the blood of an adeptus? No, it couldn't be. Master, don't tell me. Back then, that merchant was actually...
Human custom would dictate the conferral of gifts to be in order when one's progeny is wedded, would it not? Consider the pills a symbol of one's
Yeah, she just
best
went, go
wishes.
live your life with your man.
So when I tried to conceal my name and mistakes from the world and hide myself away in perpetuity, the only person I managed to deceive was myself. You knew where I was all along.
One still remembers when you were but a fledgling. You possessed a certain fondness for a particular game. You would hide yourself among a group of wild cranes and ask one to pick you out from among the flock. One found you with such ease every time. 'Tis a truth most evident. One always recognizes one's own, no matter what form they may take.
So, everyone was gonna recognize you, Cloud Retainer. I don't know why you ever thought that no one would.
Confused. So, Cloud Retainer, you found Yuendai again? But how? When? And what happened after that?
Perhaps it is now time for one to recount the rest of the tale.
Oh, here we
One
go.
was furious
We knew we had to
upon
play as her at
receiving
some
your letter.
point.
Seized with anger,
Flying.
one set out to bring you to your senses. Yeah, skyward!
The place.
In truth, one had more than a few misgivings about your chosen partner. As an exorcist, his talent was lacking. One could hardly say his skill with sigils was any better.
Yeah, he's not good enough for your girl.
But soon, one came to appreciate the devotion he bestowed upon you during your illness. He never uttered a complaint and rarely left your side. Unwilling to begrudge someone of such character, one decided to overlook his aforementioned deficiencies, glaring though they may have been. Wishing to grant you a life without regrets, one gathered many divine ingredients and used one's own blood to create a form of medicine. Though imperfect, it managed to suppress the more dire effects of your illness. As for how to deliver the medicine,
Oh,
after
she
much
wore a
contemplation,
mustache?
One eventually decided to perform the deed oneself. One took great care to
Oh my
alter
god,
one's
she
features
did.
and select the appropriate attire. Only after meticulous scrutiny did one finally set out for Wangshu Inn. As one expected, you were most ignorant of one's true identity. You showed not even the slightest inkling of recognition. One was quite torn.
She's just a master of
Would one
disguise.
have celebrated the success of one's disguise, or mourn the loss of your acquaintance? Yeah, skyward!
We fly. Oh, wait, no, we don't have to fly. Okay. You're no fun. There you go. That's what I need.
Nevertheless, one would speak to you about another matter, if you are amenable. Even considering your loss of memory, one was simply flabbergasted that you could so easily forget the consequences of consuming medicine infused with adeptal blood. Its proclivity to attract
Oh yeah, here's the
monsters is
fighting. I was wondering how we do it.
complicated of a concept to remember. To think that you tried to travel while weak from sickness and heavy with child. Had one not intervened to clear the fog, all of
Oh, I want her, because then she'll be great for Zhao.
Yeah, skyward! Scatter!
Boom!
Stray clouds converge! Those monsters would hardly have pursued you with such ferocity without sufficient incentive. They were likely incited by the presence of godly remains. Said godly remains, in turn, were likely drawn to the trace of one scent on your body. One was, after all, an active participant in the Archon War. Some of the gods were likely shattered by contraptions of one's very making.
They're at least doing a lot more like
In the
artwork
end,
and stuff
one
lately,
was
and I really like
relieved to
that.
see you endure through the night. At the break
Or
of
they've
dawn,
just been creative with
one
their
heard
camera
an
work and
infant's
everything.
cry pierce through the air, and one saw you carefully cradle the child to your chest. Although certain mortal matters remain foreign to me, one could not help but be moved by your joy. To see you happy, that was more than enough. Yeah,
Whee! I am bird.
Skyward! Now you should have a complete understanding of the events.
Wait, but if that's true, then the crane who took care of me when I was sick must also be...
Ah, one had almost neglected to recount the absurdities of that tale. Yeah, skyward! Scatter!
I want to go around this way. Fine.
Just as you and I troubled one with her antics, so did you give one many a headache. Upon finding you burning with fever, one made plans to bring you back to one's abode for treatment. However, upon seeing one's form, you began to cry, refusing to get on one's back.
So I knocked you out and brought you with me
When one
anyway.
asked you why, apparently you believed that one could not possibly be a true Adeptus, because all illuminated cranes are white from tip to toe. One had no choice but to apply powder to one's body to conceal the variegated nature of one's appearance. You became more than amenable enough when one stood before you devoid of any other coloring. It bears mentioning, however, that as a crane, Yuendai was nearly entirely pure white in color. Though you had never encountered her in that form, you still recognize the essence of her being. Perhaps fate brought you two together in more ways than one. Now all has been revealed. One owes you an apology, you and I. One recognized you upon your very entrance into Wanmin restaurant.
Yeah, you were just testing her.
One has always viewed you as a disciple of equal standing with Ganyu and Shenhe. Indeed, one wished to bring your story to a satisfactory end with this visit to Liyue Harbor. Still, one could not reveal your identity right away. Had one simply informed you of all you had lost, all those cherished memories would merely have become the fictionalized account of another. Memories are most meaningful when recalled by those who
Yeah, she's just like,
lived through
yo,
them.
you were awesome
Would
in
you
your
not
past
agree?
life. You gotta believe
Even
me.
if the process was painful and arduous to experience. Have you any further inquiries?
Master, I must ask. If you found me all those years ago, why did you leave me be, even though you knew about my mistake? Why did you not bring me back to Mount Outsong by force?
One has never regarded your action as a mistake. It was a simple choice, nothing more. When it is time for one's progeny to leave the nest, it is the responsibility of an elder to let them fly free. Yet, when your wings grow weary and the night grows dark, just know that you always have a place to which to return. 'Tis a refuge referred to by many a name in mortal writing. Home, nest, haven. Whatever its denomination may be, its essence remains quite unchanged. One speaks, of course, of a place not unlike one's own abode. One's disciples are free to come and go as they wish, yet the door remains forever open to those who wish to return. One rather hopes you count yourself among them.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You and I. One expects you too have sensed the rapid deterioration of your condition as of late. Have you not? 40 years ago, you chose a path without a future. Though one used one's own blood to provide you with a few decades of extra time.
Yeah, you ain't an immortal
merely delayed the
anymore.
inevitable. One may have extended the path, yet one was unable to alter its final destination. Even the power of an Adeptus has its limits. Had your condition continued to deteriorate, you would have forgotten your life as a human entirely. In the end, you would have turned into a creature lacking in the ability to even comprehend its own monstrousness. Fortunately, you were able to avoid that scenario by reclaiming your memories. Though one sped the process along by providing some guidance, the result is entirely a reflection of your own effort.
So, what's gonna happen to Granny?
One will help her reclaim her original form as a wild crane.
Oh.
Be fated, she may recover her sentience one day.
She's gotta go back to being a regular crane, huh?
Master, you've already done more than enough for me.
We'll make the kid an Adeptus.
I don't know how I could possibly repay your kindness. This is a better result than I could have ever hoped for. How much time do I have left?
Not long. The transformation is imminent.
And then she's just gonna poof, and then there's a crane there.
Granny? Please don't leave, okay? You're all I have left. Please.
Don't be sad, dear child. Granny has led a wonderful life. My only regret is having to leave you behind. Don't forget to eat well, okay? A growing young lady like yourself needs lots of good food to grow big and strong. Promise Granny you'll take good care of yourself when I'm gone.
I promise, Granny. I'll do whatever you say.
Good girl. Good girl. Don't worry. It's not goodbye forever. Granny's gonna become the most formidable crane in all of Mount Outsong. Granny will train day and night. I won't stop until I can turn into a human without having to rely on anything but my own power. When that day comes,
You can also just visit
we'll
her
be
as a
able to
crane,
live
though.
together again. You and I. How's that sound?
You and I!
Good.
That's a good girl. Even though we won't see each other for a little while, as
Oh, they
long
have
as
to
we both
know
work
that
hard,
pun.
we're
They
sure
have to
to
know.
meet again someday.
I'll eat well, Granny. I promise. And I'll wait for you, no matter how long it takes. I'll wait for you to come back.
That's a good girl. Then Granny really has no more regrets. I'm so sorry, Master. Thank you for everything.
I'm just waiting for her to poof. Or she's just gonna walk into the sunset, huh? Oh, okay, she's not straight up poofing. She's at least, like, having a proper magical girl sequence. Goodbye, Granny. She's flying off to the sunset, at least.
Chenyu.
Let her be. At her age, crying is a natural, if not fitting, response to such an event. Tears are a necessary part of maturation. Sometimes there is scarcely a better vehicle to wash away the toll of stress and misery. Now that the issue has been resolved, you should also take a moment to relax. Give yourself some time to rest. Take a nap if you must. One will wake you in due time.
And where will I rest? On the table? Oh, cutscene. Oh. What are we doing with the kid? Paimon's not flying. She's on the ground. She can't do that. Oh, she's back already. Wow, that didn't take long at all. It's like, imagine we just all slept for hundreds of years or whatever. Hi! What are you doing here, Aether?
I always believed we would see each other again. That our days of separation would finally end. And all my troubles would be behind me.
It's like we're just replacing Paimon. Imagine end of game. Paimon's the villain. We replace Paimon with the sibling.
Forever.
I would not be surprised. I feel it's more likely that the sibling, something's gonna happen to them, maybe. I don't know. I don't know if I can think that far ahead.
A nightmare? Curious. If you're relaxed, shouldn't your dreams be pleasant?
It's bitterly present.
It was a good dream.
Pleasant.
It's just...
You weren't ready to wake up.
Oh, I'm a princess.
Eloquent as one may be, words of comfort are not one's strong suit. You are doing all you can. One can see your strength of will, your fearlessness in the face of danger. And so, whatever your dream may be, one believes that you shall achieve it. Of course, whenever the perils you face overwhelm you, or you become weary, one is always here for you. After all, as an elder,
POV.
It is only right to look out for the young ones.
POV have pats from Cloud Retainer. The dream. Oh.
chicken
And then her dream. Oh, little gremlin noises too.
Huh? Was Paimon sleeping just now?
Yeah, headpads.
Oh, Paimon wasn't talking to you. Paimon had a dream about eating grilled chicken drumsticks, that's all.
Well, luckily we can make that dream a reality.
Oh, Shuyu, you're awake. How do you feel?
I feel a little better. Thanks. I know I'll see Granny again someday, so I don't feel so sad anymore. Madam Adeptus, could
I knew it. We're gonna have another one.
Would you?
She can't stop adopting people.
Oh, and have you reasons for this sudden interest?
I know Granny thought what she did back then was wrong. She felt really bad about it. But without that mistake, I would have never been born. Even though Granny lost her memories, she never forgot to show me how much she loved me. So I thought maybe one day I could become a cool Adeptus like you and help a whole bunch of people, just like Granny wanted to do.
Upon some reflection, one supposes you are no mere mortal.
Yeah,
Fact that
you are
Yuandai's
technically
blood
part
flows through your veins
Adeptus.
is proof enough of that. If this is what you desire, one shall make it so.
Thank you so much, Madam Adeptus. No, I mean, Master.
Shuyu, are you sure about this? Paimon's gonna let you in on a little secret. We've seen Cloud Retainer's 2 other disciples, and they pretty much eat nothing but bitter herbs like Chenyu and violet grass.
Well, that's because they're kind of animals.
If you join them, you'll never enjoy One Min Restaurant's delicious cooking ever again.
One of them works there!
How utterly preposterous. One has never enforced such a rule. Every individual must find their own path to enlightenment. So long as one retains a pureness of spirit, one's dietary proclivities are quite irrelevant.
Well, you say that, but Paimon's not seeing any tasty treats up here now, is she?
Oh, I'm sure they'll
Although
appear in a
Mount
second.
Outsong is rich in natural beauty. Its location
Oh,
does
I'm
preclude
so loud.
access to
Okay.
certain finer mortal comforts.
It just upset me, that's all.
That is precisely why one plans to relocate to Liyue Harbor. Shuyu shall have the honor of becoming
Oh,
one's
okay, so she
first
will live in
disciple
Liyue
the
Harbor.
human world.
Whoa, you're leaving Mount Outsong?
One has never concerned oneself with the location of one's residence. From the very beginning, one has sought only solace and peace. Yet in the end, all of one's disciples ended up in Liyue Harbor. Ganyu, Shenhe, Yuandai, they all chose a life among the mortal world.
And you're lonely, admit it.
One has reflected on this fact for many years now. One can only assume that it is due to some failing on one's part as an elder or master. A failing, perhaps, of recognizing what it was they truly wanted. One is most curious as to what aspect of Liyue Harbor could have enticed them to remain
He has,
there.
like, such sharp nails.
One could hardly offer an opinion on the matter, but perhaps some time in the harbor will prove instructive. Why are you all so silent?
We're just letting you talk and get through your emotions.
Paimon is, just a bit shocked, that's all. So, does this mean we can grab a meal together in Liyue Harbor sometime?
Oh, yeah, meals. That's all you worry about,
One has
Paimon.
precious little time to squander. However, if one finds oneself otherwise unoccupied, one would not be opposed to the idea. One will be assuming the identity of a human while residing in Liyue Harbor. You should take care to avoid disclosing one's true identity.
I don't think we'll have to worry about that. I think that's gonna be a you problem.
Don't worry, we'll help you keep it a secret.
Yeah.
So, when can we expect to start seeing you in the city?
Perhaps in 2 days' time. One has some matters to see to before one's departure. Preparation is the key to success, after all. One plans to put up various items from one's collection for sale. The earnings should provide for a comfortable living in Liyue Harbor. One has already picked out a handsome property near Chuhu Rock. 'Tis no small purchase, but what is mortal life if not one expense after another?
Oh, do you know? You really know, don't ya?
Seems like you've really thought of everything. Then how about we meet up in Liyue Harbor in 2 days?
A sensible plan. See you then. Oh, also, why don't you take this suspensus somnium mechanism as a souvenir? Anytime you should feel ill at ease in the future, you may try quieting your mind and sitting in meditation as you listen to its melodies. It might help you find a new perspective.
Awesome! Thanks, Cloud Retainer! Hey, didn't we promise Shincho that we'd tell him what we found out? Should we make a trip to the Feiyun Commerce Guild? It's totally up to you.
Totally up to me. Yeah, no, I don't need to tell the kid nothing. He doesn't need to find out. He doesn't need to know what's going on. I don't know why I'm going in my party settings. We'll just sit here. And then we will change the time to 2 days. Boom. Time is but an illusion. While we wait for the days to go by. And then she'll be gone, yeah. She's gone! Okay, where is she living? Somewhere in this jumble of houses.
Your concerns are excessive and unfounded. This is but a simple collection of ordinary valuables. Such intense scrutiny is hardly necessary.
To be quite honest, your insistence on that fact is my primary cause for concern. In what way are any of these ordinary? Every single item here could be worth more than everything I own combined. I simply can't risk shelling out that kind of mora without proper scrutiny. If I'm wrong, I would never be able to earn it back, not even if I worked every single day for the rest of my life.
Yeah, she should be, like, actually being honest about what these things are. It's like, she could be set.
I have to be careful. Yes, you can never be too careful.
We're here, Cloud. Miss Chenyu, what are you guys arguing
Hi,
about?
Mom, please.
Ah, perfect
She's
timing.
lucky I'm silent
This
all the time.
ignoramus is questioning the authenticity of my wares.
Ignoramus! Ignoramus!
I'll have you know, these items have remained untouched in my personal collection for several hundred years. To question their legitimacy is pure folly.
Several hundred years?
Indeed. They're family heirlooms, you see, passed down over many generations, as families are wont to do.
Yep, they've definitely been around a while. We can vouch for her on that one.
Hear that? Had I not found myself in need of mora, I would scarcely have had the heart to part with them. Indeed, you should consider it an honor to even have the opportunity to behold them with your own eyes.
Oh my gosh.
Doubt their authenticity any further, and I may just decide to take them to another buyer.
Whoa, please don't go! I apologize for any insult, miss. You see, I know full well that I lack the knowledge to judge the true worth of these items. If you could wait but a moment, I've hired an expert to appraise them for me. He should be here shortly.
Who is it?
An expert, you say?
Watch, it'll be Zhao or something. He'll just be like, yeah, I can vouch for her. I know her.
A little while longer, then.
I don't think Zhao would do that,
Paimon.
but...
This is my new residence. If you have cause to
Hi!
seek my company in the future, this
Hi.
is where you can find me.
Hi.
Master.
Our meeting lady.
Oh, it's you two again.
She has a new outfit!
Shiryu! You got a new outfit! It looks great on you.
Mm-hmm. Master made it for me. I like it too.
Huh? You know how to make clothes?
I mean, all of the clothes of all of her children kind of look the same, so yeah, I would assume.
Do I know how to make clothes? With the support of the proper mechanism, sewing is hardly a challenge.
Master, I brought in most of my stuff. There's a few boxes left, but they're kind of heavy, so I just left them outside.
Fret not. I shall help you move them into your room.
Actually, I should probably sort through my stuff a bit first. Everything's kind of messy right now, so maybe you could not look yet, Master.
Oh, hello, kitty.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, you meowing? Yeah, she only knows how to make one outfit, just with like slight differences.
It appears my young apprentice has her own fair share of secrets. No matter. Do what you must, child. Now, this expert you mentioned. When can we expect their arrival?
Soon. Ah, there he is.
Wait, is this Zhongli?
Here, allow me to make some introductions.
Zhongli!
This is Mr. Zhongli.
It's Zhongli.
A well-respected consultant at
I should have
Wangshan
known.
Funeral
I should have
Parlor
thought of
and
that,
an
actually.
expert
I
in
really
all
should have.
manner of valuables and antiques. Mr. Zhongli, this is Miss Chenyu. She's the
Now
one
we
who's
have to
looking
pretend
sell
we
the
don't know
collection
each
of
other.
valuables I mentioned earlier.
Huh.
If it isn't Miss Shenyun. It has been quite some time since our last meeting. What a serendipitous reunion.
Indeed, most serendipitous. Have you been faring well as of late, Mr. Zhongli?
Quite well, thank you.
Yeah, I know you, lady.
I was fortunate enough over the past few days to enjoy both a stroll in the mountains and a fresh brew of tea from the most recent harvest.
Tea.
The experiences left me with such insight and peace.
Huh. So you two are already acquainted?
Indeed. How fortunate we are that fate has brought us together again. If you are otherwise unaware, allow me to inform you that Miss Shenyun is a well-regarded collector and appraiser. She is well-versed in all fields, and oft-celebrated for her
Well, at least he's doing good for
You
keeping her
stand to
covered, but
gain
vouching
much
for
from
her
this
as well.
opportunity.
You are too kind, Mr. Zhongli. True collectors pride themselves on their wealth of knowledge and eye for detail. I can say without a doubt that you are foremost in that regard.
Why, you flatter
Oh
me, Miss
no, now
Shenyun.
they're flirting.
It would seem that you
These
are as
old
self-effacing
people.
as ever.
Not at all, Mr. Zhongli. Not at all.
I see what's going on here.
While I am loath to butt into this conversation, I must ask, you two already knew each other, and you seem to have quite a cordial relationship. Can I be certain that you're not working together to swindle me?
She's
I mean, you
trying
never
so
know.
hard.
A preposterous accusation. The heavens themselves would collapse before we would conspire to do such a thing.
Miss Shenyun speaks the truth. Contracts are built on honesty and trust. If that proves to be beyond your capabilities in this instance, this transaction may be taken elsewhere.
He really went, you are not honest or trusting.
Say no more. Let us depart.
I guess.
Oh
I
my
guess.
gosh.
What fool would still harbor doubts after Mr. Zhongli himself has vouched for the goods? Miss Shenyun, wait! I deeply apologize for doubting you. So, Mr. Zhongli, could you please give me a final verdict on the value of these items?
There is no cause for concern. They are indeed rare and precious valuables. Take this mechanism, for instance. Though one may not immediately perceive its purpose, its structure and appearance are exquisite enough to merit it a place in any fine home. The same can be said for this one here. Few could hope to possess an item that so perfectly blends mechanical
He's just
wonder
like complimenting
with
her work
geometric grace.
right in her face.
I am sure you have heard from your travels.
They're
that the
making a
study of
Moana
mechanisms is
too!
among the most wondrous arts in this
Excuse
world.
me?
With that in mind,
What do you mean there's a Moana too?
every last item in this collection.
Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, I need that head pats after that revelation. Why are they doing that? It doesn't need another one. Oh my gosh. And that's one of the mystery ones from the end of the year. Oh, why would they do this? Why would they do this?
All right. Since I hired you as my consultant, Mr.
I should have
Zhongli,
known, because they're
shall,
building stuff.
Of course, trust
they're
your
building
good opinion.
the Moana stuff that's done now, and then they're having the live action thing.
Then, in that case, Miss Shenyun, I'll take the lot.
They're making a Moana too.
Since the
That
final
Disney
sum
movie.
is quite large, how about we start with an initial deposit through the Northland Bank?
The Northland Bank? Huh. Oh, you refer to the fiduciary house. Oh, very well.
Oh no, my controller.
I fear people only
Good
use the
thing I
term
have a
bank
second controller
nowadays.
now. But I
In
don't
that
think it'll
case,
die
I'll
anytime
be
soon.
off
They
for
don't
now.
die very fast.
I'll return to collect the goods once you've received the funds.
At least it pretends that it's dying and then it's not really. Snore.
Zhongli!
My friends, have you been doing well?
We've been great. How about you? Paimon didn't know you were such a busy consultant.
I mean, that's all he does though
My
now.
days have been quite pleasant as well. I had been quietly enjoying a cup of tea when Mr. Xiaozu requested my services. As for you, Miss Shenyun, I presume you must be looking to settle in the city?
I must say, the name Shenyun sounds exceedingly strange coming from you. Perhaps you could dispense of that particular epithet in further conversation.
Whatever for. Am I not addressing you as a friend should?
He's like, well then don't call me Zhongli if you're not gonna let me use your new
Well,
name.
That is true, but... Alas, refer to me however you will. After all, a name exists such that others may address you with it. One is hardly ignorant of that fact.
It would seem that you have gained many valuable insights over the years, Cloud Retainer.
One has indeed. One's previous days were all brief. Now that one has made up one's mind to
She's gonna
move
drop
and
that
settle,
Morax bomb in
one
a
has
second.
gained a
Watch.
much better appreciation
She'll do
of
it.
the hubbub and commotion of the city, as well as the people's hard work and ardor. This city is much changed from how it was more than 1,000 years ago.
Not unlike the ocean tides, so too shall the movement of people ebb and flow. From turmoil to peace, enlightenment to aspiration. Human society possesses limitless potential. In another 1,000 years, the scene we witness here may change in ways that are impossible for either of us to imagine.
Alright, that's enough reflection for one day. No need to get all sentimental on us.
You make a valid point, Paimon. Now that the sale has concluded, what say one plays the host as we try some specialty dishes together? One must profess great interest in trying bamboo shoot soup.
Of course, it has to be something like organic.
Perhaps you have forgotten, Cloud Retainer, but I once tried my hand at that dish. You were at the table on that occasion, so logic dictates that you should have already tried it.
I assume you're not a very good cook, Zhongli.
Oh? What occasion was this?
It was a reunion between friends several centuries ago. Alas, you must have been too preoccupied to secure yourself a portion. Or perhaps our other companions simply availed themselves of faster reflexes on that occasion.
Huh, hardly. 'Twas most certainly out of consideration for the others in attendance. In but a moment, one will show you what it means to have a true deftness of hand. It is settled then.
But this time you'll have
Bamboo
actual
shoot soup,
hands instead
more
of
meat,
little
crab roe
claws
tofu,
from being a
triple layered
crane.
consommé. We shall enjoy the lot.
Oh yeah, then Paimon's like
One has
so
already
ecstatic
passed word to
already.
Shenhe Ganyu to make a reservation. It is prime time for them to meet one's newest disciple. Is that agreeable to everyone?
It should be a most splendid occasion.
Shu Yu, come now, it is time to dine. Ah, this gentleman over here is Mr. Zhongli.
Oh yeah, she knows about Adepti, but she doesn't know he's like...
A humble employee of Wangsheng Funeral Parlor.
She's gonna be like, are
Pleased to
you an
make your
Adeptus
acquaintance."
too? He's gonna be like, what?
Nice to meet you too, Mr. Zhongli.
That should be everyone, right? Let's go!
Sounds good. Actually, Master, have you ever tried Adeptus' temptation? I heard it's impossible to stop eating after even just one bite. You know, 'cause it's super tempting and stuff. Is that true?
That sounds rather implausible. Although with the right preparation, certain dishes can be too delicious to resist.
Huh? Why are you all walking so fast? Hey,
You'd think Paimon would be the first one to the food, honestly. She would be moving it, like, so fast. Bada bang, bada boom. I'm sure I don't have... Yeah, I don't have anything. It's okay. We've done the mission. The time is right. I am not gonna do this right now, though, because I need to eat. But we have time. And we will do it eventually. I know somebody's in this mission, even if only for a second. I don't know when, though. But also, I need monies so I can get the lady. But yes, Genshin, very good game. Please play. Please use link. Play game. We get computer if we have enough. But I know it will probably be more so the other mobile games that'll probably get more people, because everyone already plays Genshin! I'm having to force my family to play it, even though I was gonna force them to play it eventually anyway. I have to actually go poke my dad about it in a little bit, probably. I'll just be like, it's been 2 days. Play the game. And then I may even force him to play co-op with me. I'll do co-op at some point with people watching, too. So we can explore things. Because I haven't been to the new area at all. I haven't been at all. Where is it? It's over here. It's this place. I haven't been here at all. So we can explore it together. But that will be a different stream. I don't know when it will be, though. I haven't decided on, like, a schedule beyond these 2 days. It'll be soon, though. It'll be this week, at least for Genshin. But I don't know about anything else. Okay, Star Rail maybe tomorrow. I feel like that's the next thing I want to do, because that's what's gonna... I need to finish the story on that. I don't think I have that much left on that, though, in all honesty. I don't think there's that much left. But yes, nice lady. I actually wanted her more than I wanted Navia, in all honesty, but even though I wanted Navia so badly when they first revealed her and, like, the whole cast. So it's, like, weird how my preferences have changed so much. So it's like, I don't know what else is coming beyond now, though, as far as characters. I think there's a rumors that Niverlette's coming back already, and I need to get him. I need to have that power. I need to have the power washer. But I'm at least happy I have Raiden's weapon, so I no longer have to care about that. Because it's, you can see I've been playing with it. I love it. It's beautiful. It's not fully upgraded, though, because I don't have all of the materials for it yet. Ooh, I do have some, though. Yay. But yeah, I'm so happy to have her weapon. Now I have everybody's weapon in this party except Risley's. That's fine, because I went for his C1 anyway. Next time he comes around, I'll get his weapon, maybe. Even though you don't see it nearly as much as the others, but it's like, it's there. I've got to give him his stuff. I need to get all of the Risley things, because he's my main, sort of. He's one of them. He's like one of the few characters I've ever actually properly built. But yeah. It's Liyue. It's the lantern, right? Things are happening in the sky. We're gonna go now so I can eat, because my brain cells are dying. They die all the time when I don't eat. So I need to eat chicken strips, of course. That's all I ever eat. But it's fine. But yeah, technically this is the only sponsor stream I have to do, but I'm gonna do more because I still want to shake people and make them play the game. And also because I want to play co-op and explore the new region too. So I actually do, like, this is the game I genuinely want to play anyway. Yes, chicken strips. Chicken strips. And an air fryer too. My air fryer is my baby now. I'm just so happy I have her bow. Because that came on standard banner, actually. Well, yeah, I'm gonna go now so I can eat. And then prepare and figure out what I'm gonna do for the next few days. I still want to have, like, a proper debut with an actual original, like, outfit and existence and all that. I have all the ideas in my head. It's just a matter of forcing myself to sit down with the drawing tablet and drawing it, and then keeping it secret most of the time. Because I don't know that I'm gonna reveal it. If I do, it might be like emote streams maybe, but with the new design, but I don't know if I want to spoil it or not. Whenever I do that, like, I feel like I will end up caving anyway and showing it. Just not the actual model itself, which I'll try to learn how to make. Because I can learn a lot of things with enough tutorials. Because I do all my things myself. I know spoilers! The design spoilers, maybe. I don't know. It's not actually drawn yet, like, properly. I have references and things, but it's... If I wasn't getting a computer, I would have already just had someone else make it, honestly. Like, it's about the price of a computer to do all that. But I think the computer will enable me to be able to just do it myself. So I think I'll be happier with that anyway, even if it's just temporary and I end up getting a nicer model down the road. But for now, at least, that is what I'm gonna be working on. Is just making sure I do Genshin things. More sponsors eventually. Because I'm at a point where, like, I'm gonna go see Addo, and stuff. Like, whenever she's coming to America, I'm gonna go see Addo and probably Miku. I just don't have tickets for Miku yet. But so, if I get a job, then I have to tell them and figure out what I gotta do with all that. And I don't like doing that, especially when it's, like, a new job and it's April for those things. So I'm gonna be like, yeah, I'm gonna be, like, out of town. For, like, 2 different times in April. I'm gonna be like, goodbye. And I don't want to do that to a new job either. So it may be like, it's gonna be just sponsors and stuff for now, at least until after all that's settled. Because I don't usually go anywhere or do anything, really. It's like only for that kind of stuff, which is like once a year. But at least for now, it'll be just streaming and figuring out design things and sponsors so we can slowly accumulate that amount. And then once I have a new computer, I will be no constraints. I will be able to do too many things. I will be video editing, doing all sorts of things. Making videos. Perhaps even music videos, covers, things. Because I definitely... That's where my... I guess my ideas, my daydreams have been forever. It's just nothing can ever handle the power of those things. But once I have the design, oh boy, I can start making all sorts of stuff. But yeah. But now I'm gonna go eat. And then I'll be back sometime soon. I don't know if it'll be tomorrow. But it will be one of these days for Star Rail and then back to Genshin. I don't know if it will be in that order or not, because Genshin I still wanna do sponsor stream things for. Just, like, I don't know. Just to be like, ooh, I'm sponsored by Genshin, play the game that everyone already plays. But then we'll do, like, the game that my dad plays, which is one of those games that has all the ads all the time. My dad plays one of those. And he's taught me all about it, and we can do a sponsorship for that. And we can all learn a new game together and work as a team to make these things happen. I feel like it will be more satisfying that way anyway. But yeah, I'm going now. Goodbye.